It's a wonderful Thursday morning, and we can but appreciate God for His goodness because forever His mercies endureth. You will see the twist in what I just said. I said forever and ever His mercies endureth because He's God. He does not fail us, and He remains faithful to His words. That's why I love this particular scripture that says, even if earth and heaven passes, a bit of His word will not go unpublished or manifested. And that is God for you. Is not human who will say a thing and not fulfill it. He has promised us good health, good life. He has promised us peace. He has promised us joy. He has promised us His abundant blessings. And that's why we are enjoying it now. I remember He promised to answer our prayers when we call. And that's why we are observing Ramadan and the Lenten season. And we keep getting answers for all our requests. God is good. And that's why you need to, submit yourself to the will of God. Love Him, serve Him, worship Him, adore Him, praise Him. Feel His presence everywhere, because when you see God in a thing, definitely you will be kind to people. Humanity will not be so hard for you to exhibit. It will be a thing you live in. That is God, and that is who He actually is. And I just want to remind you that living this life, you have to live it maybe to the fullest. Yes, for you to live your dreams, to fulfill destiny, but then live it like life itself is not your own. You do not own yourself. Live it like there is no tomorrow. Live it like, what if I'm being called by the extra mundane, who is God, that come and tell me how you have lived your life. What will you tell God? How best will you explain yourself? Because you will be standing and according to the scripture, and we all will be like this, saying, God, this is what I have done. God, this is what I was about doing before it took my life. So, on this note, this morning, I want it to be a tremendous Thursday, though, but it has to be on a soft note of delivery. Good morning again. Welcome to Early Starters, your morning program that is well segmented. You have the entertainment, you have the sporting, you have the business gist, and all of those things put together in one magazine program. And we'll give you details of how things are being run. And today on the program, we want to discuss something funny, maybe funny but serious to an extent. We want to discuss office romance. Should we engage in office romance? Will it be right for you to date your boss, for you to date a colleague, yes, at your office, and you won't come out to tell us that it's sexual harassment? Or no, when things goes the negative way, but let us know your view about office romance. The phone line is going to be open quickly right after we do the analysis of our papers this morning, because we have the Vanguard newspaper, we have the Guardian newspaper, we have the Punch newspaper, and we have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper to discuss this morning. Good morning, Michael. Because like you always call yourself you're my boyfriend. I don't understand. I'm not in any office romance with you. Good morning.
Good morning. It's pleasant. It's beautiful. It's not. I wasn't even thinking that you want to shove me up. I was saying, see, this lady don't want to introduce me. This lady. But it's a wonderful morning, and we like giving you the morning teaser. Like she said, it's going to be calm. It's going to be soft. Office romance. We've had a lot of things about sexual harassment, sexual abuse, and so let's say what we want to say. But as it is, it's a pleasant morning, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us on the program this morning. Okay, let's quickly look at some of the stories that made it to the front page of our dailies this morning. So I'm going to be starting with the Vanguard newspaper. And starting with, I have the story of Rivers Evans won't fall if Fubaras is being impeached, says Wike. And Blast Governor says he is insincere playing to gallery. Tax Pandef Works Organization to rely on notes. Fubaras letter to Rivers Assemblies useless and insincere. Wike says also that Fubara demolished assembly complex and can't visit uninvited. It goes on and on like that, and by saying that 27 lawmakers bar Fubara from entering assembly to present budgets, alleged improper communication. Fubara, I am ready to represent, to represent budget. Because that one is coming from Fubara himself after all the allegations by Wike. And now I have picture story of President Bola Tinubu at the middle, flanked by Mr. Mudashiru Obasa, Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, and Deputy Speaker Mrs. Mojisola Miranda, and other members of the Lagos State House of Assembly after a meeting, President Tinubu had with them at the presidential villa Abuja yesterday. And you will find the story on the page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the window story, I have insecurity. Again, Senate summons security chiefs. 18 months after recall, federal government vetting candidates for ambassadorial post. And that's a report you will find on the page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Nigeria spends $817.4 million to service debts in 2 months, and death row inmates rise by 98 in 6 months. And that's coming from the prison acting controller general. Also have story of speakership tussle. Let Obasa be, Tinubu tells Lagos lawmakers. Let Obasa be. And this was the same person that said he should be investigated. Well, this is Nigeria, where every morning I tell people that every morning drama unfolds. You hear a particular story all through maybe yesterday, then a new phase will take over the burning surface today, and that story, if you are not careful or if things are not being done right, you see that people will keep on chewing on that same story for months, and it will now become something that eventually does not even interest people again, because it does not come out with a cogent reason why that thing is ongoing. And we have stories from the world of sport saying Osimhen, we can't afford to miss World Cup again in 2026. God bless you, the Nigeria Football Club or Association. God bless you, and we pray that you bring home the cup this time around. Not just by the we will work towards it. And again, we can see the picture story of at UK Nigeria Creative Industries Partnership launch. That's the special assistant to President Bola Tinubu, Prince Baba Agba, representing the Director General of the National Council for Art and Culture Department, Mr. Obi Asika, and the UK Trade Envoy to Nigeria. And also we can see Florence, the Shatoni, and the British High Commissioner to Nigeria. They're talking about the Creative Industries Partnership launch, and we hope that this will bring about fairness to our economy and also stability. We will be enjoying some things come from the art and culture angle, and we hope that someday Nigeria will so flourish that every citizen will enjoy the basic rights as a citizen, and will no longer be ranked one of the poorest. Now number 60 in the world, Abby. That's on the terrorism index. And for poverty, some people said some people live below 1,000 naira per day. And there was this analysis we read yesterday that 68 million Nigerians are being captured in the register as being poor. That's a pathetic, analysis and figure. But then we hope Sunday Nigeria will be great. And moving to the Guardian newspaper this morning, the Guardian newspaper. Guardian newspaper. To join the conversation this morning, please you can send your comments to all our social media handles at Opportune TV or call in on the program 0706 143 7670. I'll take it again, 0706 143 7670. The Guardian newspaper this morning, I have fresh order for Fubara as Assembly. Wike party insists on impeachment. And moving forward, FCT sex workers lose fundamental rights. Suits to federal government. And that you will find on the page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Fixed politics flays. Senate suspension of Akpoti withdrawal. And that's on the page 7. Tinubu wades into Lagos Assembly crisis, meets lawmakers at the Villa in Abuja. A Saleko descendants secure ruling against public viewing of gangs of Lagos. Secure ruling against public viewing of gangs of Lagos. That's serious. I need to read that story to our people this morning, because some people want to know why they are seeking, they are securing ruling against that. And we have probe panel questions police NDLA on correctional facilities congestion, and power plants face shutdown, and federal government pays only 20% of 1.9 trillion naira subsidy death. And from the window story, El-Rufai's hasty move rails SDP as loyalists seek rejig of NWC. They want to reawaken an old political party in Nigeria, which is yes, federal government's developing database to track producers of IEDs and others. And we have Senate cites gross misconduct for Akpoti Udohan suspension, denies sexual harassment link, and that you will find on the page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. And finally, we have the Guardian Women Festival 2025 holds Friday. Well, that's a cheap publicity from us to them, but then we will just do that because you are giving us your backing by giving us your headline. That's not a problem. So moving on this morning to the next story, which is stories from the Punch newspaper, because I want to quickly read this before we take one particular one. The Punch newspaper this morning, I have Lagos Calabar Highway project wasteful, corrupt, and this is coming from Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria. That's on the page 2. It says Tinubu ignored protest against 15 trillion naira coastal highway project. Folds 21 billion naira spent on vice president residence.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. So, should we say kettle calling pot black or pot calling kettle black? Which one should we?
We could use any of those accolades because it's been a very, very timely talk. And as it is, the government already knows what is going on, but like we said, Nigerian system is run within a caucus. And since it's run within a caucus, most people there believe they have this project to tie down office or to tie down the political system, because it's been a very long time coming, and we've been hearing this time and time again. But with the saying of our Baba here, saying the Ebo, saying that this situation is like a white elephant project, unfolding amounts being spent. I believe it's a saying in the right direction, but I believe he should lead by example. Yes, he should lead by example and maybe do those things that he believes he can do to make the country better, because we've been waiting for such thing at a time like this.
At a time like this. You know, some people will say, don't say that, so he brought phone for us.
Does he own a phone company? Does he own, or is he a shareholder to a phone company? That's one thing a lot of people don't know. The deep water, transatlantic deep water cabling that was done, I don't think he knows about it. Then after Glow came, Glow now had to involve the global network system to give us another deep water signing. That's why we could get this 4G, 5G. Before we were running on 2G.
Yeah.
Even Glow was running on 2G. We started on 2G.
Even Edge is not even 2G. It was Edge.
So what
Edge before the 2G.
So what
then came the 3G and 4G lights.
Not to talk of now with the extent of 5G. So if those cables were not run at those times, he's not an engineer. He was opportunity to be the head of state. We agree. Now
who signed or approved the importation of those things?
If he had not approved it, somebody else will come and do that. Why? Because it's already on the pipeline. I don't want to go back to memory lane because this thing that we are seeing in the 99 should have been done earlier. Yes, because it was being forestalled. So I don't want to go back to the memory lane, but it's the truth that he has been a father to many. He has also been a brother. But one thing he does is that he's a father system. Bow down.
I don't understand what you mean by a father system. But then let me just understand what you're saying, that he knows or he has his way of pleading to Nigerians indirectly.
Winning them you know we are cultural people. When we see those frustration, we see those kneeling down. We say, oh, the man is humble. Well, even religiously, you say being humble can pave way and open doors for you. So, because of all those things that's happening, Baba will just come one morning and say, okay, this gesture is not the right gesture. This movement is not the right movement. This move should not happen at this time. Take down this, bring this up. We understand what he's doing, but I believe he should do better.
But you believe he should do better. But what if he is saying that, okay, this I've said, I'm not going back on it. I mean what I said, and I'm going to hold this person, so person, for what is happening. What do you think, or what do you think the response of the, Tinubu-led administration that has been alleged of this particular thing would say? What would be their response? If you were in Tinubu's show, what would you be thinking? I show you now,
Tinubu and Baba has been, I used to say Baba is Obasanjo, yes, they have been very, very close friends at one time, because he was introduced by Mama Tinubu one time to him. Then after that, they started having loggerheads. He was the one that did not sign the allocation to Lagos State because of Tinubu. He didn't sign the allocation, so Tinubu has to use his wherewithal to get things. Now, bringing this again, what will you say about that? Nobody punished him. He was using the incumbent power. He was the Lord Dominion of Nigeria. So everything he says have to be followed suit, whether you like it or not. So if he now comes now and said, okay, Tinubu this, Tinubu that, okay, this is the mistake you are making, those things he's saying, does he have them? It has to be discussed and agreed among the senates. Or you have the House of Major, the House of Commons, but in Nigeria it is Senate and House of Rep. So the thing there is, if he says that, okay, these people are doing this, what is he doing to help the situation? Because they have the incumbent power. When he was there, he did his own. When he was there, he acted the Lord Dominionship. He showed everybody that what can you do to me? It's what I want to do. Maybe he was using it to stabilize or strombone something, make a stand for his political party, himself, and the Nigerian public. But the Nigerian public has not been carried along in all this thing. We just hear words. We hear talking. We hear somebody trying to relate and put himself in the media, and with his younger brother, our Baba. You know that public confession. You understand? These people are wonderful people. They are things.
Oh, you're trying to, read my role.
I'm not reading my role.
I'm not making it look like you want to say the truth.
Yeah, right. No, it's not even. I'm saying giving people information, but without being biased. I'm not biased about what I'm saying. Neither am I trying to make it look as if I'm trying to talk one or two people down. The thing there is that I'm trying to let this situation, let the public understand that this morning show will tell you consciously. Yes. We tell you consciously of what is happening, reasoning behind this. Now, if you say these two wonderful people have played a role in Nigeria, they've been the up and down of Nigeria, they've affected Nigeria economic-wise, personality-wise, and otherwise. And they are still coming now to say, okay, they want to correct things, and their corrective measures is not being sync with what we expect them in the Nigerian public today.
Right.
Yes, because we are not carried along. We just hear them say, they said that, but they'll still do a meeting at the back and exchange one or two things. I don't want to say anything else. They exchange one or two things. After that meeting at the back, before you know, they will now come again and say, okay, we've come to census the Nigerian public, and we have a very wonderful Nigerian public. They will always agree. They will always talk. Even they want to do protests, but majority don't know what protest is.
They don't know. Let's quickly go to again to another story before we talk about that protest. Let's quickly look at St. Punch newspaper this morning. That's the Ondo killing survivors recounts audios. You that were pledges tied security, and that you will find on the page 15 of the Punch newspaper this morning. PDP crisis. Wike camp kicks as a Kimi panel recommends Anyanwu's explosion, that you will find on the page 15 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, Natasha, International Parliamentary Union can summon Akpabio, says spokesman. It's becoming more interesting, and Chilumbu overrules a Conde panel, backs Obasa to remain speaker. That you will find on the page 14, and the Lagos State Economic Outlook, charting a resilient path towards a sustainable future, and also the unveils a Lagos Economy Development Update, which is the Level Project of 2025. These are the things you will find on the page, front page of the Punch newspaper. So if you want to read more about it, please do well to read from the pages that we just mentioned. And finally, before we go, let's look at some stories that made it to the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Nigerian Tribune newspaper. On the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Yes, I have survivors on Ondo midnight attack, narrate audio. Commissioner of Police visits scene, and that's what you'll find on the page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. House of Reps strips Southwest Development Commission of 3% seaport and airport revenue. Nothing will happen if Fubara is impeached. This is should you say that? To me, it's trying to create a feud. They already have issues.
They have issues already.
Yes, and now some people are calling Pandef. Oh, this Pandef is not doing the right judgment. They are a group of people that just want to joke and toy with River State and all of those things. And some people are coming to say, okay, if Fubara's family has been there for a very long time, this and that, but that's not the major thing. The major thing now is, if you don't stop all of this feud, The crisis will be ongoing. It will continue. The crisis will be ongoing. It will continue. It will be non-stop. And it will not bounce on people that are no longer having, that are not even in politics. That's the word. That are not concerned with what goes on in politics, except for you to come oversee or run the affairs of the state. Now this is beyond politics. I think this is going beyond, further than what we should be seeing. Because for somebody promising you impeachment, even when the House of Assembly has not said anything, you kept on saying that they shut the door at him. They don't want him to come and present the budget. He has so men at the law as lawmakers, and all of those things. Those are not cogent reasons for you to have said or use this statement. Nothing will happen if Fubara is impeached. Now then, it goes on with this story saying Wike blasts PDP governors and NWC Rivers Assembly quarters gates locked as Fubara visits restates readiness to present budget. And also we will have story of Lagos Assembly crisis. Tinubu meets Obasa, Miranda, other lawmakers. Also, PDP National Secretary's aid locks NWC members out of secretariat, and police exhume corpse of Lasso graduates. The story of Ojomo, the celestial pastor, and that was said. But the story was just ongoing. We do not know, because some people still say they cannot find the corpse, or the corpse was not buried in the church, and he was dismembered after he was being killed by the spiritual father, and that he did not kill him because he wanted to use him for ritual, that he killed him because of his bank account, that the money he saw from his bank account. And we read all sorts of story, but we pray that God rest the soul of that young man, and justice should not be delayed. We should get justice for the late young man, and we pray that God rest his soul. And now we have the story of police confirmed death of 2 in gas tanker explosion under Otedola Bridge. Traders count losses as fire raised over 70 shops at Alashinori Market. 3 shop owners hospitalized, and also saying denies sexual harassment linked to senator suspension sides gross misconduct. And finally, before we go, I have different stories from all of this. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, and we hope that right after the short break, we will look or delve more into the story of Gang of Lagos and the justice that has been received by the people of Isaleko. Do stay with us. We have a lot to discuss on the program today. It's going to be so insightful and interesting, because right after this short break, we will be coming with the entertainment segment. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
See, I be jailer. You see my shima, she be breezing out. I beg you, Bella. Forever for this life, me, I don't go let her go. Cause she be dead out. See the times when I no get sick, oh. Jailer, 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 oh. Yeah. Jailer. You see my shima, she be breezing out. I beg you, Bella. Forever for this life, me, I don't go let her go. Cause she be dead out. See the times when I no get sick, oh. Jailer, 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 oh.
We started off as friends. We used to hang out a lot, go to parties and share some beautiful moments. We see through the same lens. We are single, I was not. Tiaya Bonkoma, I like to teach you cause you know it doesn't make sense. How sick a beautiful woman can be alone? Like what the hell? Yeah, I'm in Tiasa grass, so I made plans to hook you up a couple guys, but you never gave nobody chance. New Year's Eve, I was going through some shit. My fiance was acting up, made me sick. Each and every time there's a fight she's trying to pick. She told me we were fucking about, all you do is fix. I was fed up, I was like fuck it, I wanna leave. Then I make up packing, now you called and told me please, Michael, no. Cause I'm a woman, I'm on my knees. Michelle, I make Jano when it's all because of me.
See, I be jailer. You see my shima, she be breezing out. I beg you, Bella. Forever for this life, me, I no go let her go. Cause she be dead out. See the times when I no get sick, oh. Jailer, 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 oh.
What's it, me say, let's take a break so I can work on my love life. Then I came to you, we chopped it up all night. Yes, I wanna love back, I wanna love right. Through the conversation, I would seem to me more like, damn, this is weird. I wanna hold you, cause you're just a friend and we're not supposed to. Then you gave me a glance, that shit got me close to you. Then we kissed, now where do we go to? Thought it was just a Henny, so we brushed it off. Till I fell asleep from your shoulder rubs. 2:25, we were making love. 7:05, now waking up. Are we gonna be friends now with benefits? It feels wrong, but I don't wanna see the end of it. I don't know what I need, you give me everything. Send me home for me, you be my medicine. My come here with servicing.
So make you listen well. I don't get any contender. What do you want for the sign the papers? And I don't get any agenda. See, I go do you well. I don't go hesitate to be umbrella. I know the jealousy, make you no mind them. How do you witchy, we go find them. Normally, baby, me I know they do, start romantic. As I don't fall in love, eh. Suppose no, I be human being. So make you know they do that thing. I go shoot to my heart, scatter my dada. What's my liver, make me mine. See, I be jailer. You see my shima, she be breezing out. I beg you, Bella. Forever for this life, me I no go let her go. Cause she be dead out. See the times when I no get sick, oh. Jailer, 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 oh. Jailer. You see my shima, she be breezing out. I beg you, Bella. Forever for this life, me I no go let her go. Cause she be dead out. See the times when I no get sick, oh. Jailer, 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 oh. Yeah.
Welcome back. You're tuned to your darling station, Opportune TV, and this is Early Starters. And you know, on this program, we do well to discuss trending issues. And one of those trending issues is the story of Isaleko descendants securing, ruling against public viewing of gangs of Lagos. Can I have the three faces, please? Because before I discuss it, let's Lydia even, come into the picture, because this is about entertainment. It's an entertainment story, and the criticism of what happened in the movie, talking about our particular heritage of some Yorubas. Let me not say all Yorubas now, of a particular sect of the Yoruba, and that's the Isaleko people. They so much love Eyo. They worship Eyo. Eyo is everything to them, and we have Eyo Angere, Eyo Oloko, Ibeni Eyo Oloko. come mama. Ayé ilé ni.
Okay, ayé ilé.
Your baba and Sarah. Yeah. And you know the misrepresentation of this beautiful heritage of the Saleko people, actually brought about, taking the case to court, talking about, banning the movie, taking it down, and it should not, be streamed or viewed by Nigerians anymore. And let me quickly take the story of, the Saleko descendants secure ruling against public viewing of Gangs of Lagos. MCI will help me this morning with a video of Gangs of Lagos as I take, you through the story. So, a Lagos State High Court sitting in Tafawa Balewa Square, TBS in Lagos, stopped the public viewing and streaming of a controversial film titled Gang of Lagos. The consent judgment by Justice Idowu Alakija followed the terms of the agreement filed in the suit between Isaleko Descendants Union and 2 or against Amazon Web Services and 11 others. The judge held both parties' position that the movie titled Gangs of Lagos erroneously portrayed and disparaged the cultural heritage of the well-respected Eyo masquerade. MCR, Mr. Loradi, can we have it on the screen?
Everyone does what they must to survive. So it's the best of times in Saleko, but nothing good lasts long. Jeju aye, de ma jeju e.
Saleko no go sleep until God answer everybody.
This movie that you're seeing on the screen, it was asked to, to be banned, and the respondent to that sent an apology to Lagosians, and the applicants had also asked the court for an order of mandamus directing and compelling the first and second respondent to perform their statutory duty under the cinematography law of Lagos State and revoke the license and approval granted to Grow Studios and the Make It Happen production. Now, particularly for its legal and defamatory, that's where I'm going, the legal and defamatory depiction of the Isaleko community as a den of criminals and the revered cultural and national icon, which is the Eyo masquerade. Eyo wa lori icon tí wọ́n lò ní National Arts Theatre. So for people that do not really know, and is one of them. It's let me borrow that word. If it's accurate though, it's kind of monumental to Lagos, Eyo, and criminals, and it says the revered cultural and national icon. So Eyo is now an icon in Lagos, has always been an icon, and they feel that this movie Gang of Lagos wants to defame it. If you are the producer of this movie, how will you feel? Although the indigenous people have intellectual property rights in their culture, and there can be no exploitation or usage of those rights without the express permission of the indigenous community. So how would you feel? And now they are quoting that the 2007 United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People states, among other things, that the culture of indigenous people must be protected. But first off, let's start. How would you feel if you produce a movie and then you are told to?
Right.
Yes.
And this is 2025. Wow. I think okay. So as a producer, I will not be that happy about the decision, and I think it should be looked at from this angle. If she took permission before using the Eyo, and they are not coming out to say, at least she should have taken time. That's the first step, if I'm right. That should be the first step to take. That can I use this in my movie? Can I do? If she had done that, and they are not coming out to say she has done it, or maybe she did not do it, then I don't think the ruling is out of place. But as a producer, I will feel bad that with everything I've put into this movie, will not be pulled down and everything. But the other party too, I think they have their reasons, and which it has been read. I think they have their reasons for them asking the movie to be pulled down, but they should have considered the producer's efforts. And in the movie, I did not think the Yayo was portrayed in a negative.
No, if someone acted like the Eyo, but then is an assassin.
Oh,
Yes, but then I think I want to go with what you say. I'm gonna it's in two ways.
it's in two ways, yeah.
The thing is, there is this popular Chinese movie, and I wish I could remember the title now. And that story depicts, in the royal, the royalty, and they have this their kind of egungun, their own is beautifully dressed and all, and these their high heel slippers, is the culture.
Yes.
So they were moving, and as they were moving, they were passing the sword, and the sword was basically to kill the emperor. You get, and they eventually killed the emperor in that movie. That does not stop the movie from airing. Do you get it?
I get it.
It's
I
the
get
same
it.
thing now.
I get it.
Likening the movies now. It's about one culture of the Chinese people. Now, coming back to Isaleko, maybe if it had not happened, it would have, been used or depicted that way. But I think it's because it happened. That's why we are seeing somebody use that kind of, idea or scripts, that kind of story.
Those kind of strips.
And I remember that there was a time in Dr. Mu area that a robbery happened, and it was Egungun that did the whole thing that led those people. On the ordinary, we feel like it's Egungun, but the real Egungun people will know that this one is not Egungun. But he was dressed like an Egungun. Dressed like an Egungun. Now look at that tribe called Judah. If it had not happened that way, they would have depicted it in such a way to go and rob people. Look at the story of Lakatabu.
Okay, Lakatabu was like that.
Must we acquire power because we want to go and become a big armed robber and all of those things? So I think maybe starting with this movie, Gang of Lagos, will make all of them redress their storylines and rewrite it in a more appropriate way that will only portray our cultural heritage in the good light and not the bad light.
But based on what you just said, I think
so you see, I'm coming from different angles now.
I have a light in this because we have what is known as the AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria. We have the Editors Guild.
Look at the movie of what is it called? I want to remember. This guy, this popular, this Abeokuta film now, showing, this Abeokuta movie, Lishabi. You can see some prominent actors says that's not the real Lishabi. Why will you do Lishabi movie and not get people that can actually speak the Egba language? I remember when he acted like the he can speak Ayinla, thank you. He can speak Egba, and you see that people in that movie is also, shows that attributes of the Egba people. But why not produce Lishabi, and Lishabi alone can speak Egba, and the warriors of Lishabi who are meant to be the indigenous Egba people cannot speak Egba. Some were even murdering Egba.
And even the wife of the Lishabi.
And the wife of the Lishabi herself was murdering Egba, and at the point they even did not speak the Egba, they were speaking Oyo. Their Oyo was not even Oyo.
That is.
Kó pé èèyàn kí ló máa pé ṣẹlẹ̀? Nǹkan tí dé nìyẹn.
Ó pàṣẹ.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality. Comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
We need to go do some promotions. We need money. So we were talking about the Gang of Lagos and the scripting. So they don't I don't think the scripts in Nigeria undergo the 6 months to 3 years, reading, scrutiny and rewriting of those things. You can see the little boy. We now see our boys now do what adults do in movie, showing little boys still, all in the name of make believe. And now people doing the movies are not even real thespians. No, it's not even the Saloko. Real thespians. You just bring up a celebrity to come and do a movie because you need the celebrity to sell your movie. And also, we see people smoke marijuana, loud, and all of those things in movie. And you will be so, you will be like, this person when they smoke it before. When they say, in the smoke out for the cause of this movie, you will so smoke it and make it look real. And well, at the end of the day, when you see their stories outside this box office or the cinema scene, you will know that they really do that outside the cinema scene. And, all this real sex scene is not our thing in Nigeria, and we should not try to inculcate it into our production. So I think for the Saleko people coming out to say a thing or two about the Gang of Lagos is really fine. Doing this to Gang of Lagos says or portrays that we can do it to any other producer. Let people remember the story of Mufu Olosoko. The families of Mufu said this is not who their brother is. And I remember they wanted to take the case to court. And, well, maybe they did a whole lot of things, a whole lot of fighting and Igiaga. And at the end of the day, we were told that Odunlade Adekola went to apologize to the family and the producer of Mufu Olosoko. Same also goes to all of those productions.
This latest movie now that is trending, so people are condemning Uzo. I don't know if you know Uzo Arikwe, that is portraying Igbo men with his fake accent and be facing me now.
Yes, that's the script. Yes, that's the script. No. I don't even subscribe to that. Whatever you are told to, to manifest as a script person, is what you do. It's not like our job too. There are some jobs that, in fact, MCing jobs. There are some jobs that you can't do without you reading a script, without you learning. In fact, cramming a script, you have to cram it. If you have a corporate event and they say they want this to happen at their event, you will cram it. We go for rehearsals to host some events. And as a presenter, I tell people, some people use teleprompters, some people use this, some people use that, for you to have a seamless delivery. And that is what they want. And also, we have some of us that does ad-libbing at best. So we don't need to do any scripting. Bring us anything, any topic. You can collect anything from Monday because you are a lady. He will not sell on credit to a guy, but Monday will sell on credit. Monday, if you are opportune to see
My
this
color.
good morning, my color. Yes,
Is that not
yes.
it should be a personal thing, though. It should
So
be
I
character,
think
it
he's
should be-
acting the
He's
script.
acting the
He's
script.
interpreting it
Men
well.
are coming out to say he should not portray them that way.
No.
The way he was
No.
speaking.
Yeah, that we call such men Okwobien. So it happens in any culture. So
And speaking
do
about
not bring him down because of that
scripting,
interpretation.
It's only in Nigeria I know that when you give an actor a script, the actor reads it on his own. Outside the country, I mean, I've seen Korean behind the
They even
scenes,
pull stunts.
behind the scenes clips where all of them come together.
They will read, yes.
You will read, the lead will read, like the person supposed to, they will all rehearse the script.
That's the script.
All
reading.
together.
All together.
Not like you give an actor a script now,
That is-
and the actor will
You know in Nigeria, you will hear it in Nigeria.
not even
Even in their movies, listen, Lydia.
practicing the
practicing
script
the
with
thing.
them.
Lydia, you know what? In Nigeria, they even show it in their movies, especially those Yoruba movies. You see them like, what is so, madam, what is so, what's in no account?
I see your account.
I take email, you have to send the script, you have to send the original copy. And they will be rehearsing it alone. And I will be,
Rehearsing with someone that's not
even,
at all, which is not supposed. There's meant to be a script reading where everybody, including the lead,
the synergy should
Down
come
to
from the
extras.
time they started reading the script together. Then the interpretation will be, fully blown when they come together to act it. That's just one thing. Can we get some of the, entertainment stories?
So moving on to our next story, Sophia Momodu. We all know who Sophia Momodu is.
Yes,
Imade's mom. So she has come out to face
of their rights.
Okay.
That's just it. If we already have the basic amenities in place and everybody is enjoying what they are meant to enjoy, and people are making money, earning from different streams of income, and not waiting for Facebook to give them food, they won't be misbehaving.
They won't go that extra mile.
Yes, because that new stream of income now leads them to go extra mile. Plus go haywire to earn money.
You should not
They go haywire to make money.
streams of
Suppose
income
government go on Facebook and
child. A child, why would you say, is she not confident of how she looks? Is she being conscious of
when they believe that when they make such comments, people will want to go and open their bio. Let me see this person. You are viewing. As soon as you open somebody's bio on TikTok and you are streaming, it has been counting already. So how many visits? So I feel that's the most ridiculous way of making money.
So in response to that, Sophia has proudly defended her daughter's self-assurance, stressing that Imade exudes remarkable confidence despite the baseless comment from critics. And she also urged everyone to stop speculating about her child, that Imade should not be subjected to such negativity.
Please, you all mothers, if you don't want insult for your children, please stop taking them to the social media. Stop taking them to the social media. That's just the thing.
No, the belief is a new
There's a particular picture of my baby. You remember, I used to post my baby, and my baby will have 13,000 views, 10,000 views, and all of those things. And the dad said, "Okay, stop. I don't want this." And because everybody loves my. And I started seeing my baby's video on other platforms. I took them down.
There was one I saw.
Yes, because ever since I stopped, it's there is this joy when you see your baby well dressed and you want to post on the media and let people comment. She's looking beautiful. She's looking this. She's looking that. But ever since I realized that this thing does more harm than the good. Maybe you are looking for endorsement for your daughter. If it will come, it will come naturally.
Naturally.
Yes. So just.
Talking about posting your child. Now to grow up quickly, so you can keep having collection of her pictures. Collection of someone's child you do not even know. What should we call that? That's where it starts from. Oh.
Yes, you know we have
old virus like does not wait for
man.
Rania to grow quickly, Rina, so he can keep having collections of her pictures.
I remember the blue-eyed girl.
That his phone gallery is full of Rina. He screenshotted it and posted it. His gallery is full of.
That one is a
pictures.
pedophile. That is a pedophile. You see pedophiles and
I was
babies
shocked
on
when I saw
babies
this comment. I was,
section.
what's that?
I'm not joking.
Pedophile.
Pedophiles.
That's huge. Pedophile.
Yeah.
That's very, very huge. But I believe
He said it out.
all these things being
So the
said,
mother
we
should
have a
even stop it
censorship
now.
system.
The mother should even stop
I believe
it.
we have a system that censors all this.
We don't have it. If we have, yes, we don't have it. If we have it, people would have been nabbed by now for their comments on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I said something about the people in diaspora talking about how you can do your green card and all of those things. And fortunately, I did that video for Comrade Rozak Olokoba, and you need to get, to see the comments. It went viral, and everybody was, commenting, and you need to see how people were dragging Comrade Razak, and some people were applauding him, but you have more negative comments than good. Of which this thing this man is saying is what will help you as a person and try to help you stand on your toe. That okay, I'm in the diaspora, this is what I should do, not waiting for the government to do this. But then you get more negative comments than the good one.
And speaking
so what are we
of
saying?
comments, this comment section, I think there should be a regulation controlling that
That
comment.
is it.
Because any small
Not just the
people are
comments.
quick to troll, especially celebrities. And this is what is happening in this Korean world now, where Kim Se-young died, and they are blaming KSY, Kim Song-yoon, my Upa. They are blaming him that my Upa. They are blaming him that he causes his death and whatever. And now the lady's mother and aunt is coming out to say the guy has been dating her since he was 15. And before this came out, people have been supporting Upa that they should not say anything. And immediately,
I want to know who died. A lady.
The lady died. She's also a celebrity.
Okay.
Kim Se-young, I think I'm right about the name or something. She died, and due to bullying from hated comments and everything. Korean, they are, how will I say, they can throw celebrities and make you depressed. And so she died.
Well,
she committed suicide. She committed suicide. She committed suicide on Kim So-young's birthday, on the guy's birthday. So people are now coming for him that okay, he has hand in his kinikon. Okay. If you see the comments on his own post to the hatred and everything, so Nigerians took it upon themselves to support this our Upa. If you should see the comments, it was violence upon violence. That if anything should happen to him, they will come for them. They even had to advise him to come to Nigeria. So as at yesterday, this lady's aunts and mother now came out to say, okay, our Upa has been dating this lady since she was 15. So people now have now transferred aggression. The aggression they've been transferring small that Nigerians have been supporting him. Now, including Nigerians, so Korea, all of them now, they've started the hatred again. On this comment section. That is a pedophile, is a kiniko, that truly is kiniko. Didn't you learn your lesson? It was this your hatred, these comments that made this lady commit suicide. And now you are back to this guy again. What if you also commit suicide? Because if you see that comment section,
see this celebrityship, let me use that word, this fame and being public, being accessible to everyone's opinion, is a world on its own.
Yes.
And it's something that for somebody like that, you should be off the social media. If you post, don't check your comments. That's just it.
And there's a switch up
even their own people. Let me tell you, Michael, their own people, their colleagues, they do the same thing to themselves. They use fake accounts to troll themselves. So what are we saying? They use fake accounts to troll themselves. Okay, how about, people use fake accounts that you're not even a celebrity. Somebody that you blocked already will now go and use another fake account to come and comment. It has happened to me. I've experienced it. And thank God for the SEOs around. that was able to trace it that okay, this is the person that messaged you. You get, so it's nothing new. If you know that you are a television or radio person, you are everybody's person, just post and not check the comments. Some people even turn off comment section.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yes.
You cannot be.
See what happened to Funke Akindele when one of Jennifer Cass died then. After her 40th birthday, they said she killed her. They should not support the lady. She not. And again, what is it? Funke Oshodoke came out to say that Funke Akindele gave her money, to help the lady, which she, delivered to the family of the lady. But as fate will have it, she passed on eventually. The dead is not here to talk about it all. But the witness that collected the money from Funke Akindele said, no, Funke did. But Funke, if not for the strong and braveness of heart, she too would not enter depression. If at the year I entered depression, you like make you enter depression. Do not. See, do not listen to what people will say. Do not. Because I always tell people, if person say this clothes when you wear no fine, it be like grass. Leave am, thank you.
Let me get
now, okay, if you say, okay, you will give me money to change them. Okay, if you give you money, sir, you go tell us, you never get time to change them. It starts from the little things. When you seek validation from people, you cannot but go into depression. If you are waiting for somebody to validate you that, oh, you look good, oh, you're beautiful, oh, you are doing well, oh, you are intellectual, that means you are living by what people will say, and that will eventually kill you, because when they say the negative, it will affect you and give you a attack. Boom. Next story, please.
So moving away from the troll and comments and everything, this is still part of the trolling too. So actress Lola has finally addressed the accusations made by Ifelove. I don't know if you are following the story of Ifelove and Oluwadolas. When Ifelove claimed actress Lola is got most of her roles from using her body or something. So now, and as at yesterday, Oluwadola's mom has came to the public to apologize to Ifelove on behalf of her son, who is cheating.
You see all this social media and Gen Z celebrity. This is another story. That story
disappointments.
See, if you get something by luck, you don't know what you have.
You don't know what you have, and you can.
And then you will misbehave in the grass. You will misbehave. You will misbehave. You will step on toes. You will do this. You will do that until you grow up inside of you. Then you can manage some things that you acquire when you are not up to the age of acquiring those things.
But don't you think it's something called the board of stardom? Board of stardom.
Yeah.
Being overwhelmed by the big occasion.
Overwhelmed, yes.
Overwhelmed.
It happens to the matured and even the unmatured, immatured ones, rather. But then, the immatured ones are the one that makes the negative rounds on social media. Okay. Why should somebody say, because I know they did, this person did shine, this person did? What's the meaning of that? To the next story, my dear.
So moving on, Miriam has asked me to move on. So let's
please move on.
So this is a very funny story. A Nigerian woman has shared her disappointment on social media after being scammed by a man she met online. So according to her post on X, she met this man on Instagram and they later went on a date. And while they are on a date, the man said he has issues with his banking and everything. So that the lady said she now where she pays 70,000 naira. Why they were even on that date, the man's friend came and that one too got extra pack of the meal. While they were going to, we wanted to get food, 10,000 naira petrol. I said, still gave the same excuse that his bank is not working, so he collected extra.
0706 143 7670. What are we discussing today? We want to talk about office romance, and this is what happens between colleagues, between boss and the employee, or in fact somebody who is on the high side of the office, not the employee. Now, maybe the direct boss or indirect boss as the secretary and all of those things that you see happen. Or our office is in the same compound. He's working with different organizations. You know how people will say it.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality. Comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16, Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
You need to, hear what we have been discussing behind the camera, and it's so pathetic what you can do for love sometimes, things that you ordinarily will not do when you are in your right senses.
Right senses. No, you won't say love is not in the right senses.
It's not in the right senses. No. That's what they say, when you love, you go blind.
Love is not blind.
But I can see it. I can see. And love is not what you fall into. If you fall into, it will carry you away. Now,
for most ladies, you can do anything for the reasons of love.
I'm
telling you, people give their property to guys because of love. Ajamantaba, we will use this, we'll build it together, we'll become emperor and empress. I don't think that using that word. We'll build our own empire together. You get, with your own father's property, your father's hard-earned.
Okay, I'm getting this.
So when you now build the man, the man will now feel like this one is a mumu.
That's my mind now. They call me mumu. I'm not scared to love. Your love makes me happy, mumu.
Yes, so
you can be a mumu and you can be happy. You can be a happy mumu.
Happy mumu.
Happy mumu. Your love makes me happy.
And that's what happened with, we said we are going to be talking about office romance. Do you feel, let me not be like Miriam is sharing. Do you feel that office romance is right?
Well,
or should you date somebody who is your colleague or in the same work environment with you?
Well, you see, this question is a two-way canoe.
Love is have entered. It's
a two-way canoe. It could have been written.
Handsome thief.
It could have been written that, okay, this man is destined to be your husband.
Written by who?
It could have been written by God, like by destiny. Okay, this man is your husband, and you can meet him in your place of work. Who knows? And funny enough, you people might not even that's why you are in the office. It might be maybe when one will leave and the two will just. That one is another part. And secondly, me, I will not support office romance, although there are little perks to office romance.
Little perks are the benefits.
Little benefits.
I don't think the benefits are the free lunch.
There are little perks. It's for Mary.
It's for Mary. Office romance.
Well, one thing I think about this is this, based on character of conflicts and what you do in the office, such romance, except it is based on platonic form, that is not serious.
No. There's nothing platonic about office. That's why it is office romance.
And it depends
office
on
romance.
And I think it depends on the maturity, how matured
and it can be dangerous too if it's not well managed.
Okay, in the case where it eventually leads to something serious and the organization finds out that you are dating your colleague and we want one of you to leave, and as a lady you are collecting 500,000 as your salary and your boy is collecting 150,000 naira, who should leave the office for who?
Let me make reference to this movie I saw this week.
Don't make reference.
Let me just explain this movie first.
Don't explain this. We don't know the movie.
This lady just...
The movie, you have watched it from the beginning to the end. So to you.
Let me explain.
What will you do?
Because I know
you talk your own. We need your NT's opinion.
Exactly. That's it.
NT's opinion.
What will you do?
NT's opinion. Yeah.
You say that boy I'm earning how much?
500.
And the man is earning how much?
150.
Wait, even if I leave the Kineko, the man will not tell me that are you mad? Why will you leave your 500k and leave me there is anyone?
What if the man now feels that okay, it's not about you being like you said, you have to just leave it for me?
When you know that one has drunk palm wine? But yeah, one palm. Why will you?
The love is not
The man is right senses that does not have this.
Michael, you should not have one source of income. Now, if it's in a relationship, some people say women get jobs quicker. But when you come to the labor market, it has to be you pass through the eye of the needle to get a job. And you having a job of 500,000 Nigerian naira that can save lives. I think I will give her that opportunity because my kind of man, I don't have one source of income and I have a lot of things to bring to the table. But she having that bulk cash and we have mutual consent and maybe we're living under the same roof, I'll give her the opportunity.
For a month,
you give her the opportunity to still have a job.
Yeah.
Continue with the job.
Yeah.
Earn the 500K.
Yeah.
Bring it home. I hope you won't one day, say that you're acting to me this way because you are earning 500,000 naira.
That's what I said. No, that's what I want you to understand this. When it comes to relationship, a typical American man will tell you this: any relationship without financial security is a lie. So the financial security is only some part of Africa that men don't have financial security with women, and women are not sincere with their finance to men. If we have financial
always ask
security,
for transport fare.
if we have financial
And
security,
some men will always have problem with business to develop.
That's financial security is simple.
That was what happened in the case of that lady that the gigolo robbed her. That handsome thief, Abby.
Handsome thief, yes.
So the thing is, if you're sincere, like I said, except you're not that kind of man. If you're that kind of man, financial security is the first thing you seek for before you're looking for what we call residual income. Your salary is not even a residual income. It is called salary. As a man, you should have more than one source of income.
Damn.
You having more than one source of income. People believe that in the labor market, female gets job easily. It's a lie. Except you pass through that, the legal way, or you pass through the hours of needle, except you're from a well-to-do family, or you have your links, or you have your profession. I have seen people like that. You understand? That's why it looks as if it's a little bit hostile to help people these days, especially when you're a female, without you thinking as if they are dating. But as a man, like I would say, myself, financial security is key. When I have good... Now, if you talk about standard, like I said, standardization is based on your mindset. Is this person fit for this? Can this person handle this? Can this person be in this? Can this person relate with this? As men believe women are teachable in marriage, women could also teach a man in marriage.
But what if after the man has taught the man in marriage and the man later turns back to bite her? Because I've seen cases of that where the woman is wealthy, but she has to submit herself to the man she wants to get married with. After the marriage and everything, after the man has submitted everything, the wealth, made the man the CEO of our company and everything. This man later changed ownership and even married another wife on her.
That is
what of that kind of situation?
That situation, right?
So I should not blame most men that say they can't date someone that's below them or that's not up to their standard or everything. There's no your man will come. That's it. They don't pick late comers when you want to get married.
And there's something about office romance, that person that says he wants to marry you or wants to date you is asking the same person.
Same person, yeah, exactly.
He wants to marry
or 2 to 3 people all together. So it's the one that clicks. That's the truth.
That one is based on human wants. It's insatiable.
Oh, you insatiable. He has to marry 3 people.
I'm not saying he has to marry. At times you want to replenish the earth. Replenish.
Please, you have a make code here.
Look at
increase
that sexual harassment.
But on a more serious note, I believe marriage is not for kids. Neither is marriage under pity. Neither is marriage under education. If you're looking for all that, I think you
won't get the
wait,
best.
you won't get the best. So the thing there is, look for what suits you.
As a man.
Even as a woman, look for what suits you, because it's always like see if the man is always carrying the woman. The man is always carrying the woman. The woman also can carry the man, but she must be
asking you out. Office environment. You see that happen in banks where their GM, their manager is dating more than 4 marketers. I'm serious. You see it happen. And you see that at the end of the day when they come jump there, they will come there at loggerhead. So it's Femi. Femi is suffering Femi. Femi. I've seen a situation where one person one person they bring 3 colleagues to work and all 3 colleagues is dating them.
And they don't know.
Yeah. Until one person now told them that I'm failing. And the situation where he said,
Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And further inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080 www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
Good morning and welcome to today's business story. I am Mary Agilbo. The National Insurance Commission publishes a list of 1,582 unsettled claims. These claims were lodged by customers against various insurance companies in Nigeria. According to data from NICOM, the highest number of complaints was filed against Industrial and General Insurance with 322 cases, followed by African Alliance Insurance with 282 cases and Standard Alliance Insurance with 229 cases. In response to the growing concerns, NICOM has announced stricter measures, stating that insurance companies will now be required to bear the costs of cases resolved by the Commission. Additionally, NICOM has launched the Compliance Management Portal, an online platform designed to facilitate faster resolution of insurance-related disputes. The Commission is urging the police to use the platform for lodging complaints and ensuring their claims are settled promptly.